Welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, I don't know what you're doing, always an Instant Classic. You, sometimes, what are you doing? DJ, what are you doing? I don't understand these, what is this? Does this mean timeout? Does this mean
No,
timeout?
I was saying fact. I was going
Oh,
fact.
okay. I was confused. I was a ref for a second in an NFL game, and I didn't know if you were calling a timeout. What was going on? Uh,
You look like Eli. This after they tried to take that time out.
anyway, we are here to do a much anticipated video. We've been talking about it. We've been planning it. We've been thinking it over. We've been rolling around it. We've been ringing around the rose. Okay, we haven't been ringing around the rosy, but we're planning on doing that later. We are talking about the John Cena discussion / rant / fuck Cena. That's my opinion. There's multiple opinions in this room. Okay, there's two opinions. Two of them are correct, and one of them is wrong. Two of us have the correct opinion. One of us is trying to be let's be nice and talk about Cena. But anyway, I guess since I'm sort of hosting this one, since DJ decided to go home and have crappy internet, I'll start off with mine. The way I did it is I did a sort of pros and cons of John Cena. The cons far outweigh the pros, but you would be proud of me. I actually wrote some pros for John Cena. Yeah, that's right. Let's get those down because those will take like 2 seconds. First of all, a pro for John Cena for me, for the WWE in general, is that I admit he does sell merchandise. He sell, and it is because he has so much. So
Are you trying to tell me John Cena sells? What? Casey.
Anyway, he is one of the biggest wish makers in Make-A-Wish history. That's a good thing. Helps kids with terminal illnesses, things like that. That's good. Another pro is he's rarely on SmackDown. So if you watch SmackDown, it's pretty
SmackDown
clear.
sucks.
You're gonna have a John Cena free show. So if you don't want to see John Cena, you tune into SmackDown. Also,
sucks.
he's never on NXT, so you're clear right there.
NXT.
So do you guys want to do your kind of, if you have pros of John Cena, you want to do them first, and then I'll go through with my cons. I figure that's the easiest way to kind of, and then we can talk a little bit more just in general about John Cena. DJ?
Okay.
Justin? I don't know. I don't know.
I probably
DJ.
have more pros.
All right, let's go with Justin first.
Okay, here are my pros about Cena. Well, one thing is, he sells merchandise. Well, I got the same as Casey. And, he does a lot. He makes a lot of wishes. He does that thing for, cancer people. He does things with, that type of stuff, Make-A-Wish Foundation, that's what I'm trying to say. And that's pretty much all the pros I have. The rest of the stuff is negative about Cena. So, DJ?
Okay. So obviously we got the obvious pros. He's not on SmackDown. He's not on NXT. Whatever. My pros for John Cena, and I didn't take notes on this. These have all been in my head for like a year for some reason. I don't know why.
Because you're a John Cena fan?
No, I'm not. I mean, like, I don't hate John Cena, and I don't love John Cena. I'm a tweener. I'm a tweener, okay? I'm a tweener, John Cena. I feel like my first pro is that he adopted the WWE style. Like, he came from the whole bodybuilder thing, which Casey hates. He came from that, and he adopted the WWE style, in quotes, and he hasn't wavered from it. He was able to learn it and actually make it work. And I feel like he's been stale because he's been the same character for a while. But even Casey has to admit he was into the Doctor of Thugonomics gimmick. He almost put that on his top themes, top entrance music songs when we did that video a while back. So he knows the Doctor of Thugonomics was cool, and I feel like even Cena at first was really not a terrible thing. Um, and to be honest, because I would have to research this a little bit because I can't remember exactly when he started the whole boo boo doo boo thing. But my whole thing, why I have so much personal respect for John Cena, is not only the Make a Wish thing, because that's just the thing that's just close to my heart as far as the Make a Wish thing, and he's helping so much with that. But he took control. He took control. He took the brass ring. No, he took the superstardom of the WWE when the WWE wasn't the cool thing anymore. After the whole 2007 Chris Benoit thing, John Cena was the one to say, "Hey, I'll take control of this company. I'll be the one that's at the forefront of this company, be the face of this company." Where you could probably say there were a lot of people who didn't necessarily want to do it at that time. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. This is a discussion where I, give my personal opinion. So, I mean, I just feel like the 2007 thing was a big thing for wrestling in general, where and kind of where a lot of people turned away from it because it's a barbaric and it turns people against their beliefs and whatnot, and God forbid it makes people kill their family and whatnot. But I just feel like I respect John Cena because for the main reason that he took the company when it wasn't the coolest thing anymore. And he kind of, to be honest, kind of made it keep it afloat. It might not have been the greatest thing you've ever seen in your life, but it's still here today, and not just because of him, but he's a big component of it. Now, don't get me wrong. When we get into the cons, I have some cons for him. I'm not the biggest John Cena fan in the world, but I don't hate him. It's been a couple of years. Like it's probably been 4 years that I have just been like, why do people hate this guy? I actually said it in one of my old reviews when I did reviews before we started this whole podcast thing. When I did reviews, I actually said I don't understand why people hate him. I just don't get it. I understand hating the character, but at this point it's like X-Pac heat. It's pretty much X-Pac heat at this point. Where you hate the person. You actually hate the man. You don't actually hate. You hate more than you hate the character. And I'm just saying. But Casey, you seem like you have an objection with what I just said. So feel free.
I love X Pac. What's wrong with you?
No, I see, and that's what I'm saying. I don't hate X-Pac either, but that's where X-Pac heat came from, though. It came from him, so obviously there's people that hate him for some reason. I don't know. I love the man. 1, 2, 3, kid.
Or one, two. Oh my!
All right.
But
I
yeah,
got something to
I mean,
say.
but real quick, Justin. I mean, my main point, because I said a lot of things, but my main I said a lot of things that meant all the same. My main point is he took the company when it was kind of at its breaking point. So I just have a lot of respect for him for taking the company when people trying to make wrestling cool when people really weren't really into it. Yes, Justin.
So you were wondering, like, when they started doing that bump bump bump, like, what do you mean by that?
When he switched characters, I'm talking about when he went from the Thugonomics gimmick to the
What I think that was in
Cena
'05.
gimmick. Huh?
I think it was like late '05, wasn't it? It was something around there. I think
I,
that's when
I
it
I think
changed.
I think so too.
Yeah, it was
I,
late '05. And in 2014, John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. Man, I like that. I like the remix. Man, that's amazing. Every time I go to a live show, I'm always doing that when Cena's there.
Anyway, moving on before we talk about I don't know. Um, but I feel like that's going to be another video we're going to have to do. It's not a video that a lot of people want to talk about, but and not just necessarily Chris Benoit, but you know
His name
um,
can't be used.
the darker kind of side of things that have happened in wrestling, like that. But let's go to the cons of John Cena. The 876 cons of okay, there's not that many. Close. It's like 874. Um, so a couple of mine are kind of similar. He's always a face. He never turns heel. I honestly am one of the fans who I don't think he could turn heel at this point. I don't think he has the ability to. Um, I feel like he did do 500 Make a Wish wishes, which is awesome. But I feel like his 500th wish, it seemed like it was all about him. And I was like, that's what pissed me off, because I was like, it should be about that kid. It should be about the kid that's getting the wish. It shouldn't be about John Cena. I mean, yes, the kid wanted to meet John Cena, which is fine, but it shouldn't be all focused on John Cena and take, the
But is
spotlight off
that
the
his fault
kid.
though? Is
Yes.
that John Cena's fault though? You think John Cena was the
Yes.
director of that video,
Yes.
and he said,
Yes.
"Put the"? I don't
Yes.
think so. I
Yes.
I don't think so. I
Yes.
mean, 500 wishes is a big achievement.
Yes.
I
Yes.
kind of agree with Casey. I'm not Casey. DJ a little bit there.
Hey, 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 shut
I
up.
mean, look, 500 wishes is a big achievement. Like, I understand. It seems like a lot of the focus was probably on him. I haven't watched the video, or I probably watched it, but I probably don't remember actually seeing it. But like, I feel like 500 wishes. Not a lot of people get to 500 wishes, so I feel like it's completely fine to give him credit,
But
and maybe
for
because you watched it, so you know. My thing
but
is
for
maybe
him
they did kind of try to put the focus on him too much.
it's like it's basically him doing a charity. It's when I go out and I volunteer, or if I do a charity, it's not focused on me. And I feel like he's a big enough star that he could have said, "Hey, I appreciate that you guys are pointing out that I've done 500 wishes, but let's make this more about the kid. Let's not make a big video, blah blah blah. Let's mention on Raw, sure, but don't make a whole video package about John Cena this. I don't know. Um, but anyway, let's move on to all the other negative things about John Cena. Because negative. This video is about negativity, kids. This is not about the power of positivity.
The power of negativity.
Yes, this is the power of negativity. Um, he never puts anyone over. And again, DJ's gonna be like, that's not him. That's WWE. No, that's him. Um, to me, he's just boring in ring. He doesn't do anything that really excites me in ring or gets me interested in matches. He does occasionally have new moves, but then when he does do new moves, he overdoes them. He'll do them like 300 times in a week. Like when he started to kind of throw the steel steps. He the first time he did it, it was really cool. We were like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And then he did it in every match for like 2 months, and it just got boring. Um, he's arrogant. That you can kind of see more on Total Divas for anyone
He's
who does watch.
confident. He's confident. He's
Arrogant.
oh, he's not the
Arrogant.
champ, but he's
Arrogant.
confident.
Backstage politics. I'm sure we've all heard of backstage politics with John Cena. You're never sure if it's 100% true, but I'm leaning towards it most of it probably is. Um,
99.99999% sure.
yeah. He's been shoved down our throats for about 11 years. I will say he was tolerable from like 2002 to 2004. That was kind of that when he first came in, and then he was the Doctor of Thugonomics. That was tolerable. He wasn't my favorite then, but there were matches that I could go back and watch now. Even his feud with Eddie Guerrero, I enjoyed. Um,
R.I.P.
another,
Eddie.
yeah, another is just the fact all the pay-per-views he's main evented. I went through and counted. He has main evented, including co-main events where they have multiple main events in a show. He has he has main evented 85 pay-per-views. Let that sink in for a second. 85. Some wrestlers don't get to 85 matches. Like, that's ridiculous. And my final con is kind of the fact that Hogan was fired from WWE gives Vince the chance to officially make Cena the new Hulk Hogan, which is just, it terrifies me. I hope it doesn't happen. But, you know, yeah. But do you guys have any cons at all? Do you guys have anything negative to say about John Cena? Anything at all? Can you muscle up some negativity for me?
I got 20,000 icons on
All
him.
right.
Well, it's not that much, but it's
Let's
quite a.
go, young man.
Okay, well, one thing is they always keep him as a face. I really hate that because, like, his character has been stale for these last freaking 11 years. I'm tired of this fucking shit. Like, please change his character, but they won't change his character now, since it's, too far along in his career. And, he is arrogant, like, with that 500th wish, kind of, because, like, I don't know. Like the reason why they won't turn him heel is because he does that work for the charities and stuff. That's why they won't turn him heel, and he sells merchandise for those little kids and all them. Another con I have with him is well, he doesn't put over people. I mean, like, just take Bray Wyatt for instance. At WrestleMania 30. Ever since Bray Wyatt lost to Cena, I mean, it's been downhill for Bray Wyatt. I mean, seriously. And then same with Rusev this year. And there's been a few people that that Cena's put over, but like with the case with CM Punk.
Wait a minute. It has been downhill. He just got engaged to Lana. Not downhill. No.
It's downhill. It's downhill. Oh, speaking of that, well, actually, I'll talk about that later. I won't talk about that now. Man, you made me forget what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, like I said, he never puts people over, and like Kevin Owens should be the he should have been the U.S. champion by now. Like seriously, like Owens beat Cena like at Elimination Chamber, and then he lost to him, and then he should have been got the title at Battleground, in my opinion. But we're not talking about Owens, we're talking about Cena here. He uses the same moves over and over again. I mean, it's cool. Like sometimes he changes his moveset, but I like with the stunner like that he does. Like off the springboard stunner. Like, see, I thought it was pretty cool at first, but then he just kept overusing it. I like, please, just do something else, or like, okay. And also, oh man, what else? What else would there be? Oh crap, I forgot what I was going to say now. DJ, I'll let you talk about your cons because I just forgot what I was going to say.
All right, I'm trying to figure out what happened to Casey. Obviously, he's disappeared. Yeah. He said he's on his way back. I agree with you. I think a lot of the cons are kind of all the same. As I kind of critically analyzed John Cena just to kind of figure out the hatred, figure out why.
Oh yeah, he's a fruity pebble also. He's a fruity fucking pebble. He's a fuckboy buckethead. And that's what Brits blew. I can't talk tonight. Bruce Blitz calls him. If you guys ever watched his vids. Um, but yeah, I'll let you
Yeah,
talk.
I mean, I feel like I agree. Especially watching him more so recently. He doesn't put a ton of people over, but he put my boy The Miz over, so I can't be too sad. I can't be too sad. He put my boy The Miz over with The Rock, though. He did put The Rock over, which I think was, not really surprising. I don't know. I agree with you in that regard because, um, you know, Bray Wyatt, I feel like should have beat him at WrestleMania too.
Russo
Not
should have beat him
WrestleMania,
also.
the second WrestleMania. I mean, yeah. Obviously, both of those guys being in my boy club, in the club at this point. I feel like they obviously should have beat him because he's had so many, like Casey said, he's had so many pay-per-view main events, and not only main events, but so many pay-per-view wins that I feel like, I feel like it wouldn't hurt him to get those. Like he's won, let's see, 60.5% of his pay-per-view matches,
Yeah,
which
that's just
he's
a lot.
won. I mean, he has won a lot.
I mean,
It's more than half of them. So
he's put people. He put some people over, like CM Punk, which the Quitter. He put that guy over, and Money Bank, one of the best matches I ever watched, in my opinion,
yeah,
of Cena's. But I mean,
okay. Casey's internet crashed, so he will not be back. I I feel like it's you know with Cena and the cons again. It's I agree with everything you guys have said about the cons, and I do feel like he changes up his moveset, especially recently, and maybe that's just because they're very vocal about it. Because he's had some really good matches recently with not only the U.S. title Open Challenge, but the pay-per-view matches with Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, people like that. The recent stuff has been really good, and I don't know. It's weird. I for him, but I just don't hate him, so I don't have as many cons for him.
well,
Do you have anything else?
I do have to agree with you. He's been putting on some better matches like these last few months. Maybe
I
I'd
mean,
say,
would you say this is like one of the best stretches of his career recently? Considering he's been not only able to put on good matches, but change his moveset a little bit too.
I have to agree with that. Yeah, this was probably ever since I'll say from February, maybe I'll say from January to now, like he's actually put on some pretty decent matches. Like they put on some really good matches, like against Rollins, against Rusev, against Cesaro. That match I had on Monday Night Raw, back in Chicago, which that was amazing. And I like sometimes when he did that electric chair type of move. That's pretty cool. Seen him do that sometimes. I like sometimes when he did that Hurricane Run, not all the time, but he's changed up his moves and here and there. So yeah.
Glad that Casey is back. I don't know if he's ready to say anything else. Casey? Casey?
Is there anything else you guys wanted to say, add,
Uh,
talk about?
um, my my final point is that I don't hate Cena, but I have analyzed him probably more than I have anyone else, re- especially recently, just because I've always been curious to why people hated him, and I've it's become more and more clear to me. But I don't know. I feel like for those who want him gone, I don't know if he's ever gonna leave. Like even if he got to the point where he was kind of a scout, or like maybe a scout for talent, or maybe uh, tried to help the younger guys, I feel like still the Cena haters would be upset with that, because I feel like even Casey was not a fan of him being a scout. When I
No, I would
said this,
not be a fan
he
of
was
that at
talking about it.
all. No.
I mean,
I no.
I feel like he, even not a scout. even he doesn't have to be a scout. He can just be like a guy who helps the other guys because he knows what. I mean, like it or not, he knows what it's like to
Oh, I
be on
forgot what
top of a
I
company,
have. I have another thing
kind
to
of be
say.
the most hated man, and
He
still, come out there and do his craft, not get depressed about it. He knows how to fight through injuries. And one more thing. Sorry, Justin. Justin, get to your point because I won't forget mine.
he doesn't sell moves. Also, he doesn't sell his moves very much. I mean, he's no sell. He's a no seller. He does that a lot.
Yeah, it's called John Cena.
And like I really hate like when he does like last time on Monday Night Raw. Like it looks like Ziggler was gonna beat him, but no, Cena this hits 1AA and he wins the match. Like Super Cena, I fucking hate that. Like it pisses me the fuck off with that.
Yeah,
How
that frustrates me too. I'll be honest. I've been very frustrated by that too because I'll be watching a match and I'll be like, okay, so A out of nowhere comes right here, and it happens. But luckily, the times when I do predict it, he doesn't actually win off of it. But I've actually been able to like predict that that's gonna happen. The one thing you talked about with him being arrogant. I know Casey had mentioned before. I don't know if he mentioned it in this video, but I've heard him talk about it with the whole Total Divas thing and the Nikki Bella thing. Is there anything with that you wanted to say? Because I know I had a particular point about that. Was there anything about him, like us
Just
seeing him in reality, like?
just kind of the way he, talks and carries himself on the show. It's like I, he seems like the douchebag rich kids that you had to deal with in high school. He's one of those kids, but grown up. You know, uh, I don't know.
that's a good analogy there. He is like one
I
of those
mean,
douchebag rich kids in high school.
see, and I thought you were gonna mention the fact that because he won't marry Nikki Bella, he won't, even though she
Oh, I
wants it
wouldn't
really
marry her
bad.
either. She just wants the money. She a gold digger.
He doesn't want the kids and whatnot. But my thing about that, for anyone who is mad at him for that, I feel like it's kind of human nature. If he was hurt in the previous relationship as far as marriage is concerned, so I'm fine with him not getting married to Nikki Bella because he got hurt in a previous relationship, and it's a defensive mechanism for humans to be like, I don't know about this. So I mean, I'm completely fine with that. Even though Dolph is trying to swoop in, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point.
Oh, anyway, um, I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say. I was like, I'm not gonna forget my point, and then I went and I forgot my point. What were we talking about before? Shit, it was before we were talking about John Cena being arrogant. What the hell were we talking about?
Weren't you talking about his pay-per-view wins and
Oh,
whatnot or something?
no, no, no. I was talking about, or I was thinking about when you mentioned if he became like a trainer or a scout. I wouldn't have a problem with that if he was more of a trainer. If he worked more with them on promos and how to talk on the mic. I wouldn't have a problem with that because John Cena, he is good on the mic. He knows how to talk on the mic. He knows how to get a reaction out of the fans. I will give him that. So if he did that, if he became a trainer on NXT and was working with them on that, I'd be fine with that. As long as he's not training them in ring because he's been a professional wrestler for 15 years and they're all better than him, every single one of them. So it would be like a kindergartner trying to teach a college kid. Like, come on now. Um, but I mean, yeah, if he worked with them on like promos and stuff, because a lot of those guys still kind of need work with their promos and stuff. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Him still being a part of the WWE, as long as we don't see him all the time, in the ring and you know,
He's gonna be
no
the GM.
selling.
That's what's gonna happen. He hasn't been the GM yet. He's gonna be the
He's gonna
GM.
be the GM of NXT. Oh
Oh God,
no,
no,
He's
no,
gonna be the
no.
head
no!
writer of NXT. He's gonna put him, he's gonna be the Vince Russo of NXT. He's gonna put himself into the main event as NXT champion.
No, just no. I don't want to see that. No. There's actually another point I wanted to say. He's kind of a heel in his own ways. Like when he's cutting a promo, like he doesn't really care if people boo him. Like I kind of feel like he's being arrogant in his promos. Like
But he
it kind of
doesn't
feels
care
like
if
a
people
heel.
boo him because people are gonna boo him despite themselves. Like he just I feel like he just does a good job of reacting to the crowd.
He's kind of
It doesn't
the
really
exact
matter the
opposite.
reaction.
He's kind of the exact opposite of like The Rock when he was a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Rock. John Cena's this big face and he's trying to, get all this love, and we hate him. It's kind of the exact opposite. He is the anti-Rock, basically. And do you guys have any other points you want to make before we leave this lovely video? And
Cena
yeah.
sucks.
Of course, that's the point you make, Justin. Of course. I don't know.
He's at a
John
loss
Cena?
for words.
I'm gonna fill time for a second here because I just added someone else in who wanted to be a part of this, and he just sent me his email. But
Oh, sweet.
yeah, of course. But I don't know. I just can't hate the man. I just can't. I can't hate the man as much as everybody else does. I just can't. I'm always looking for that power positivity. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
It's an old
Okay.
day. Yes, it is.
Let me ask you a little bit about that. You like the power of positivity. You try to see the bright side of things. You look for the positive in people. I'm gonna throw, and it's a name that you're fully aware of. You know this guy. He used to be in NXT. Can you guess the name that I'm thinking of? Can you guess it? I'm gonna give you a
Was he
couple
part of
guesses.
that original? That original NXT.
Oh, he was. Oh, he was.
Michael Tarver. Tarver?
Michael Tarver. Michael Tarver. This is not a Michael Tarver rant.
We need to do round. Oh, you know what we
But
need
no,
to do? We need to do talk about like the best factions, top 10 factions of all time.
We
DX,
should.
DX,
We should.
DX, DX, NWO, NWO, NWO.
I think we did talk. Did we talk about that already? I think we may have did. I can't
I
remember.
don't know. I don't think I was there. We did.
But Michael Tarver. See, Michael Tarver for some reason rubbed me the wrong way immediately. I don't know what it was. Never liked him.
Was it
he
the mask?
could always grow on me.
The man.
Yeah, it was the mask. He could always grow on me. It's kind of like Dana Brooke and Eva Marie to me.
No.
To me.
No.
Before Casey gets on Emma's partner rant. It's kind of like them to me. There's always a chance for them to grow on me.
Emma's
So
partner
I feel like
ever.
Actually, Dana Brooke's better than Eva Marie.
Eva Marie's not that bad.
She's not that bad. You're both
She's
fired.
Okay, she's not the champ.
Eva
she's not the
Marie
champ,
sucks.
but
She sucks. Her red hair and her blue outfit.
Okay. That's it.
Well.
How dare we get on an Eva Marie rant in a John Cena rant video? Come on, guys. Come on.
So when is this gentleman coming in, or woman, or whoever? Come on,
Yeah.
I added them in, so if they don't come in within like the next minute, then they've been added in for like the last 4 minutes. So
Okay.
it's on them.
I'm timing it.
Then.
Okay.
It's clockwork time.
But yeah,
There's
I
50
feel like
seconds left.
10 seconds.
Nope.
I don't know. I feel like the open challenge stuff has been really good.
40
I feel
seconds.
message he's had that Cena's had has been really good. So I, I don't want him to have the world
30
title,
seconds.
but we'll see.
30 seconds left.
You just said 30 seconds.
20 seconds.
I don't feel like he's coming in. I don't see it.
3, 2, 1. Wait, no, I messed that up. I was 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7,
What?
6,
5,
4, 3.
Where are your glasses?
2,
Where are your glasses?
I stole them. All right. I got something to say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
If
plug my
it's not
stuff.
about John Cena, don't say it.
I'm gonna plug my stuff. Go follow me on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter.
There's
at
no
the
plugging in this
TrueJSB.
video. We are not plugging anything. Do not follow him. Do not listen to anything he says. No
And go
plugging.
follow me on Instagram, the TrueJSB, same as my Twitter. And go follow me on Snapchat, the
He'll just
TrueJSB.
send pictures
And
of
there's
Cena. Don't do it.
No.
But I'll tell you what's funny. I tried to get somebody into this video, and I was like, "We're talking about the pros and cons of John Cena," and she responded and said, "There are pros." So,
Exactly. I like her. Why
I like
isn't
her.
she in
What's
here?
her name? What's her name? I got to get to know her, but my girl likes Cena, which I about broke up with her. Like, no, I'm joking. I didn't break up with her, but she's a Cena fan, which I don't know why.
Wow, that's pretty low. I mean, even I wouldn't break up with a girl
I
just
was
because she
joking.
liked
I
John
wouldn't
Cena.
break up with
I
her.
mean, if she liked John Cena and wore his T-shirt, then I'd break up with her. But just liking him, that's okay. The second she buys any of his merchandise, done.
Done. You know who you should be for Halloween?
John Cena.
John
Shut up.
Cena.
Whatever.
You should be in for Halloween. One of my
Casey,
friends.
do you
Alright,
know
guys.
how to close the video out?
I'm assuming we're not getting anyone else in the video.
Yeah,
So,
I'm assuming. Go follow the podcast. And follow my Twitter and follow DJs and follow Casey.
sucks video. Fuck John Cena / follow the podcast for more Cena rants / watch our videos for more Cena rants / follow us on Twitter for more Cena rants / the Chiefs lost to the Bears by 1 point. How does that happen? / peace. We out.
The Browns lost.